Welcome back to the mildly disappointed greenhorn photo taker. Each year after a prolonged cold spell, I'd love to come to Raymondskill Falls and check out the waterfalls and the surrounding area that is typically encrusted with a lot of ice. This year, I guess the water flow wasn't quite up to par, so what normally falls as mist just isn't around. So the surrounding areas really aren't that ice encrusted and has left them looking a little bit bedraggled compared to years past. So what I'd like to do is still take you on this journey, but also add footage from years past. It's some of my favorite footage I've ever taken, and for whatever reason, the YouTube algorithm has never made that one of my more popular videos. So why don't we do this today? The best of Raymondskill Falls in the winter. Let's set the stage with a baseline experience at Raymondskill. I am standing on a platform behind a fence that looks right into the falls here. To my left is a secondary fall that is really a lower ledge that we'll get to in a moment. But as you can see, the falls themselves have ice formations both along the left and right hand side. I personally enjoy zooming in on some of the finer details of the falls as opposed to taking them in as a whole. My favorite type of photo is one where I can see the falls roaring in the background, but I do focus in on a specific ice formation, and I think it really helps with the massive scale of this waterfall. And we also have the lower falls. So again, the main falls is now to my right, and I'm now looking down onto the secondary falls from that same platform. And here, I think it is a more lovely scene, but of course hindered by the branches and bushes that are in your way. So it's a pick your poison type of thing. I really find enjoyment looking over this edge, but I know there's not great photography or videography here. Still, when you zoom in, you can find the beauty. There are really two things to chase at Raymondskill. One is a heavy flow followed by extreme bitter cold. So a couple of years ago, I believe it was in December, there was an extreme amount of rain on Christmas or the week of Christmas. And then for the next 10 days, it was, below zero at night and 15 degrees during the day. And that heavy flow resulted in a large area of spray all around me to the side and behind me. So this whole place was encrusted in ice. And that is wonderful. That is something I chase every single year. Obviously this year so far, didn't happen. The second type of weather that I chase for Raymondskill is near drought conditions in the winter. While the falls will never, totally stop flowing, it can really flow into not a trickle, but much less than it is now. And when that happens, the falls themselves freeze. These lower falls to my right completely freeze. And if you are careful, you can follow the stream bed, the Raymondskill bed, to the base of those falls. And that may have been the most fun I've ever had in the state of New Jersey. That was an absolutely wonderful day, standing in this winter wonderland that I really felt no one else knew about. And that's really what I chase, more so than anything else here. But those conditions are extremely rare. In fact, I've not seen them since. So far, it's been a one-time event for me in the last, I'll say 7 years, something like that. Most years you get something in between, like we have today. It's been very cold. It hasn't reached above 30 in maybe 7 days, but it's not bitter cold, and it was not preceded by a heavy rain event or a heavy melting snow event. So you don't have the Wonderland feeling to it. Still, it is pretty darn awesome to see, even though it's not exactly what I'm looking for. And what I'll do now is show a montage of my favorite winter clips of Raymondskill Falls through the years. So there you have it. Whenever you have a chance to go look at Raymondskill after a prolonged cold snap, please do so. Thanks for watching. Get out and explore.